Sweat Equity Podcast and Streaming Show, the #1 comedy business podcast in the world. Pragmatic entrepreneurial advice with Dick Jones. Yeah!
Every time.
We're ruining our guest's career as we speak. With that other voice you're hearing is Sarina Fazan. Did I do it right? I did it right.
Yeah, then he retracted it.
We need to geek her mic up. That other voice you're hearing, that sultry voice you're hearing is Eric Redinger. I'm Law Smith. This episode of Sweat Equity is brought to you by ExpressVPN. Try expressvpn.com/sweat. Gets you 3 months free off an annual plan. What's ExpressVPN, you say? It's a virtual private network. It's a computer in the sky. You want to get an IP in a different country, you get this service. You don't want to be tracked by big data? Try expressvpn.com/sweat. Hooks that up. Holler if you hear me. Get 3 months free with our link. Try expressvpn.com/sweat. Grasshopper. Try grasshopper.com/sweat. Gets you $75 off an annual plan. Grasshopper's a business phone line. Don't have a Google Voice for your business, your side hustle, whatever you're trying to do. Don't have your personal number and you answer the phone for your business going, hello? Who dis? Don't be that jabroni. Try grasshopper.com/sweat, like Keith Sweat. Gets you $75 off an annual plan. And lastly, Warby Parker. WarbyParkerTrial.com/sweat. Gets you 5 free pairs to try on at home. If you're watching this video version of us on YouTube, Facebook, Vimeo, LinkedIn, your mom's Walkman, I'm wearing my Warby Parker prescription glasses. I typed it in. I got 5 pairs to send to my fat face, and it worked out.
I thought you had great vision.
I have good vision. I got one thing where I get little starbursty things. WarbyParkerTrial.com/sweat. I'm 2021 eye and 2015 in the other fighter pilot shit. 5 free pairs to try on at home. I wear them to look smarter. Okay?
I was gonna say you look super cool in them.
Yeah,
super cool.
That's what a lot of chicks say. Well,
let's say it just like that.
Let's get this party started. Howdy, Johnny!
Sweat equity. Sweat equity. Sweat equity. My sweat equity. My sweat equity. What about my sweat equity?
Our best guest, returning guest.
Oh.
My favorite.
Gosh.
For sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is so sweet.
We'll butter your bread, of course.
Oh my gosh. Well, I was about to comment though on, I love your open. That open is so cool.
The music?
Yeah, and the whole sweat equity. Like, how did you guys create that? Like, how was...
Well, the theme music?
I just love the whole open. I'm so into
we're
opens.
musicians.
I downloaded another genius's work that was royalty free. Paid for it.
On
and then
moose8.com, I believe.
No, it was premiumbeats.com.
Oh, you did that one. I thought it was the 80s track I gave you.
Oh, well, I'm talking about the Sweat Equity one. Well, whatever. And then I heard Louis Anderson and Zach Galifianakis on that show, Baskets, talking about Sweat Equity. And I was like, oh, give my recorder. And then I recorded it, and then I chopped it up.
Well, it's awesome, and I have to say, it's all thanks to Eric that I have my podcast. I love
this.
This
is why you're here.
How do we find it?
On the Record with Sarina Fazan. Can you pronounce my
Fazan,
last name?
yeah.
Fazan. But it's
when you fuck up from the
it's all
get-go.
thanks to you guys. And I shouldn't say now, not just Eric, but I'm just saying that thanks to you guys. But remember how it started as Trailblazer, blah blah blah. No, but it's thanks to the two of you.
Yeah.
That I have a podcast, and I love. It's my favorite thing on the planet. Is my podcast. I love it.
Yeah, we just had a episode before this recording with our buddy Tim Jones, and we were trying to, persuade him he should start it because there's just a lot of extra benefits to doing it, even if it's not going to be wild like the Rogan experience, like Joe Rogan experience.
Yeah,
popular. There's a lot of just it's just a good kind of habit almost.
It's great. Conversations, being able to get your feelings out,
right?
Discussing world events, whatever it may be.
Are you talking about
Law's vasectomy?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, you did not.
Yeah.
2
days ago.
Why are you so upset?
Because, I just...
Did you want to come with me to see it?
Well, your babies are so
I know. I'm 2-0.
cute.
I'm 2-0.
But dude. But what if you meet?
I can reverse it.
Okay. That's because what if you
If I
meet
meet
someone that you
Her
know?
or him in the future. Who knows?
True.
I could.
You can always adopt.
Yeah.
True.
There's a lot of stuff. But
True. You can always adopt,
So that
right?
moral shade in there.
But what you did is what all my female friends have done when I've told them about it. They do this thing where it's like, did you think about it, kind of thing. I'm like, yeah, I thought about it a lot. No one wants to get their dong singed with like little smoke coming up as I could see it.
It's gnarly.
I can, I can only imagine. I guess I am in love with love, right? So I have my Love in America podcast, I have my Dating in America, and I always think of young women, right? Who, you guys are catches. Come on, you guys,
That's why you're here.
I know.
And what if one of them doesn't have a child and wants to have a child? I cannot believe we're going there and we're
I
talking
already
about
have
sweat equity.
You knew it. We've been going for
Yeah.
6 minutes. What are you talking about? We held out so long. It's like penis right away.
Well, we were saying off air right before we got on. It's like, I have missed seeing some friends that I routinely see, like yourself. It just it feels weird. Like everybody took a gap year, or a mulligan year to see, a lot of people for months, if not the whole year, kind of thing. And so it's weird that we're catching up, like kind of like this,
Right.
Because now things are starting to. Florida is the most American state doing the Lord's work for the rest of the country. That's my thing. Is I continue to stick up for Florida and everything.
Yeah. We get to do stuff.
Well, look, we're open. We're like the most open state, and everybody gives a shit. And then it's just like, well, some state should be the guinea pig.
Yeah. Let us take it.
Yeah.
Take everything else.
Well, how do you guys feel about?
Well, and the economic development or depression of it is killing. Like, I think that mental side is going to have a way worse outcome of shutting down everything for a lot of people. Depression, domestic violence is up. All those things. Those symptoms of shutting shit down business wise is going to have this impact down the line that is, I don't know, it's going to be tough to kind of quantify.
For years to come.
Right.
For years to come.
Yeah.
For sure. No, I really do worry about the emotional aspect of so many people not being able to see people or connect or losing their jobs, losing their homes. I worry about that more, quite frankly, as well.
You're taking on too much.
Yeah.
You can't be worrying about that. It's
No, you're right.
your own stuff to worry about.
Well, you're doing kind of more of a. You have your finger on the pulse of what's going on. You were a news anchor for for local news here for how many years?
So altogether, as a news anchor for 23 years,
right.
And just absorbing all sorts of news all the time. I have to say, it is a bit refreshing, though, that I am so passionate, as you guys know, about videos and sharing people's stories, but not being so obsessed with the news all the time.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Trust me, you're preaching to the choir. We just checked out. It's like, unless it's told word of mouth to us for a lot of stuff, we don't hear about it because it doesn't matter. Most of the stuff doesn't matter. Like, great, it's good to hear about the murder downtown. What am I going to do about it?
Right. What matters is your family, your life, your friends, your future. I know.
Just news fatigue, though. I have such distrust, mistrust, I guess. Or they're spewing out of disinformation, misinformation in a lot of ways. And everybody kind of knows it, and generally half the people in America are just like, yeah, but I still like it anyway. Or I want to hate I will watch to hate on the other team.
I saw an infographic the other day that had all the real causes of death in America and what the percentages worked out to be, and then what the amount of deaths and how they were reported in the news. It's like totally off. Like the real causes of death are, heart disease or whatever, and then it's like we're reporting on terrorism, which is like, what? How many people died from terrorism last year? Like, sure, there's some, and that sucks, but like, to take that on, to make it into this life consuming thing. It's just, God, how can you even live that way?
Well, how can you even put these numbers out there? Because hospitals will go, if you had COVID, this is when it really jumped the shark. And we talked about it on the show, I think, in the summer. I saw a news report, just walking by, I saw like the news is on at the gym or something. I saw like, bottom line was like, guy dies in motorcycle accident, gets listed as COVID.
Right.
Because he had COVID. So that's a COVID death. And you're like, okay.
But it was a motorcycle accident. I know. Right.
So we need like maybe a weighted version of a death bill. Like the Heisman Trophy voting, your first place gets 3 votes. Second place gets 2 points. Third gets 1 point.
Yeah.
So why can't we have a weighted thing? Because most deaths, they're saying, is like, it's usually not just one thing. It'll be a confluence or whatever of a few things. But we're going to have a real problem with data, I see, in the next decade or two about it being reliable or relevant, and people don't have enough time to go research the statistics on everything. But you have to look at like incentives, like, okay, why would hospitals do this? Oh, well, they get more funding, or they're not.
Yeah, we're
public.
the number one coronavirus hospital in the country.
And I'm
Look
dumb.
how many deaths there were.
I forgot almost all hospitals are private, so it's like they act as a business. So it's like that thing of like, oh, that's their incentive because they can get some kind of subsidy maybe or some kind of funding from the state or the country if their numbers are juked all the way up.
Well, the bottom line, I think, too, sadly, people don't know what to believe.
Right.
That's what's so sad.
And that's why we've just been like, if it's important, it'll get to us, kind of thing.
I feel the same way, and I don't know, a lot of the people that I'm close to are close friends of mine. And again, as you guys know, news was my life. I mean, news, I love news, and I'm sharing it in a different way. But so many people I'm close to, yes, are not watching because they just don't know what to believe.
Yeah.
And it's corona fatigue.
Yeah.
It's just corona fatigue. We've had political fatigue before. Yeah. It's just, I think either way people are, here was my question to you guys. Are you looking forward to 2021?
We'll let you hijack our podcast. and
Why?
host it. That's fine.
She does all the work for us. What are you talking
it's
about?
great.
I love it.
I just love that she'll do it on the slide.
I almost said something earlier when you said that. You were asking me questions like, don't interrupt Sarina's podcast, dude.
You called us a catch earlier. You got us. Right. You got us all.
I know. She can do whatever she wants.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. It's the journalist in me.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Look, if we're hanging out anyway, we both be asking questions about what's going on. What was the question again?
About 20. I don't feel like all of a sudden 2021 and wow, it's a perfect world and so on and so forth. But I think so many people, and I think the world so many people anyway are so looking forward just to putting 2020 behind us. Would you guys agree? Do you guys think so?
Yeah, and it's lining up kind of nicely with the vaccine kind of becoming publicly available more and more. So I feel like that's going to help kind of get rid of this mulligan year.
I don't know. For me, I think the election was a big turning point sort of mentally for me, it was like, okay, we're not all crazy. Most people are normal. Most people can, step up and the world is normal again sort of idea, if that makes sense, where it's just like we had a year of just insanity. Mm-hmm. People just doing whatever they wanted, where it's just like, okay, well, there's got to be consequences to this. Maybe you lose an election for it sort of thing.
Well, I mean, it got stolen from him, right?
Well, the votes aren't counted yet and all that, so let's be sure and say that allegedly.
Coolest president of all time.
Right, gone now.
Big Daddy Donnie T.
Right.
That's my favorite thing to say to my super liberal friends.
Got it. Well,
it kills, trust me.
Yeah. Well, you got to start some shit a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, and then you leave.
I think I lost a friend because I voted for Kanye, but oh well. He's like very upset and sent me a text message.
How dare you disrespect the democracy?
I was like, I would have left it blank. So yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be nice. It'll feel closure-ish, but I don't know. I'm a big thing. I think about like a new year, and everyone's like, "It's gonna fucking happen this year," kind of thing. And a lot of people do that. And really, I'm trying to not be like do that thing because I'll go hard in the paint like everybody else for January, February, and stuff, and then die out. So I don't know. For personally, I think I'm trying to work on like consistency of trying to get to goals and not letting a lot of shit get in the way that doesn't matter. Like a lot of this news shit, like a lot of wasted time, right?
Realistically, it's just another day. It's a calendar situation, like until you really change your own mental state, it don't matter if it's what year it is.
Right. What about yourself?
Well, it's funny, like when 2020 first came around, I think so many people, I was like, oh, wow, thank goodness. 2020, a new decade, a new start, fresh beginnings, and then bam, all of this happened, right? So, yes to your point, and yes to your point, Eric, as well, that it is another day. It's what you do and how you set the tone for your life, no matter what day or no matter what year it is. But I will say I am looking forward to at least starting a new year. Whether it's subconsciously or whatever it is, I'll share this too. So people always say journaling is great, right? But for whatever reason, I can't pick up the journal and journal. But I did get a journal.
Or anything.
Not that I'm a journalist or anything. I did get a journal from Sammy, my 13-year-old, for Christmas. And for whatever reason, it's something to look forward to. I want to start journaling on the 1st. Now, how long that's going to last, like you always make these resolutions, or I'm going to, work out every day, I'm going to do this and that, and who knows how long it's going to last. But I am looking forward to a new year, is the bottom line.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you make it not a chore, something to look forward to, something that like brings you some mental clarity. I totally get it. Just getting it out. Get whatever out. Just get it out, and then you can leave it. Because if you don't, lots of times you'll just think about it all day, whatever it is, good or bad.
If it helps, because I've done that too, where it feels like a chore after a while. Yes, right. But and you can go kind of the thing of like, you don't have to, you get to.
Right.
If anything, it's a luxury to be able to have time to sit down and do that. You can look at it kind of that way. Sometimes that helps me. The other thing is like, it's like going to the gym in the same respect of like, I know I'll feel better after or days after if I do this consistently. So if I remember those things, the after effects of it, that I know it's good, I don't know. I feel like that'll help me want to do it more. Yeah. And my Kegels. I know Kegels are good for me.
Don't do those until your stitches are healed, dude.
No, I'm good, man.
What did Dr. Curington say about Kegels?
He said
Kegels.
He said your pro career is probably over doing the ping pong shows, but
we'll see.
We'll see.
We need that.
I'm on the amateur circuit. Don't worry about it. But yeah, it's one of those things of like, and I don't know. I think with every bad, there's a good. We talk about that a lot on the podcast. And it's if there's anything to be grateful for, like things will open back up. Like we've talked about it too. That I have no doubt we will figure out a vaccine. Like
I'm so confident.
And
America, we have too many smart people in the world not to.
And I really believe like the entrepreneurial spirit of Americans too. I can get real corny about it, but like a lot of people will fail. It's gonna take out a lot of like service industry stuff, for example, right? They're beyond fucked in a lot of cases, but there's a lot of other people that are figuring out either how to pivot in 2020 is the main word of 2020. How to pivot, how to re-strategize, how to get work smarter, not harder kind of thing. And sometimes you need that to make you move forward a little bit. Sometimes you need that hiccup to get that continuous improvement you should have been doing before any of this.
Absolutely.
It's all between your ears. It's you can use 2021 as an excuse to change that. Do it. I'm sitting here saying, "Oh, there's the calendar. 2021, I'm gonna do different shit too." Whatever. There's a thing, where it's like, there's so much stuff we know that it's the same idea as going to church every week. I know what they're gonna say if I went to church. I know what they're gonna say, I know, but You have to be reminded of things. Like,
You go to the Church of Satan, but not every week.
No, we don't have to do that. Zoom call it.
Yeah.
But it's just like, if you need 2021 to be your reason to kind of switch things up, do it. But keep doing it. Don't be like, oh, I'm done.
Yeah.
Back to the old life.
And I really try to take this week. I might do this every year where we take. I used to do it from like kind of Thanksgiving to the New Year, and like really think about what you want to do for the next year. Because if you rush to do it, it's not going to work. For me, it doesn't work. Like I can't just write it all down in like 1 hour, on New Year's Eve kind of thing. Write some stuff down, think about it. Oh, this is actually attainable. Use that. What is it? The SMART acronym for goal setting. I've taken it, so I wrote them all out. I'll find it.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
SMART goals definition, where like every goal needs 5 things. Hold on, bring it out. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-based. So, that's I put out like, what do I want to do? I don't want to have old man back pain when I wake up every morning. That's not a goal though. So I'd write out like just as like raw as I could write it down. Just what do you want to do, right? Not the goals, just start there. Write that kind of stuff down. Want to be a better dad kind of thing. Those are open-ended wants, right? And then go, okay, I'm going to write down some goals that are gonna appease those wants.
Yeah. I'll take them to the park this many times a week, specifically.
Does it help you guys to write things down, though? Going
All the
back to
time.
journaling.
Oh, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Physically writing it out, with your hands is way different than typing it up on the computer.
And I heard if you write it out, you're 29% more likely to remember it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Someone told me
I
that
believe
stat
that.
a long time ago, and it just stuck in my head.
I love stats.
Is that really
interesting. 29%.
Something like that, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, don't listen to him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I write everything down because I have a bad, short-term memory.
Yeah.
Like my ADD's off the chain sometimes, and I got in the habit of doing that from stand-up because you get an idea and you're like, oh, don't anybody talk to me. I got to write this down, because I'll lose it.
Yeah. No, that's great. Do it.
And getting in the habit of I'll have a lot of fleeting to-do stuff in my head. You write it out. I used to be really diligent about doing that too. Write out everything, organize those notes at the end of the day kind of thing. And then it frees your brain up to think of fun stuff. You're not stressed because there's not this, I know there's stuff to do.
It's not late. Yeah. What did I forget? Did I forget something?
You're
Write it
freeing up
down. You remember it.
You're freeing up the RAM space on your computer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, kind of thing. But so with your podcast, what are you trying to do going forward? Do you have any goals for that, or?
Oh my gosh, that's so sweet of you to ask. Well, it was my 53rd podcast.
We've just been blabbing for 5 minutes.
You're so sweet.
So it's
Interviewing her.
It's not interviewing me. And I'm so used to not
You
being
gonna set me up on any
interviewed,
more
though.
dates on your podcast?
I would listen. I am in love with love,
That
as
she
I
did
just
not.
said.
Wait, I followed up because I said I would on your show, and then she was like, "Who is this?" And I was like, "We did what?" It was like, huh?
I forgot
I
about.
was
Wait,
like, God, I didn't even want to do this. So
I forgot about
yeah,
that.
I didn't even want to ask her out, but I said I would on air.
That's
this
the
has happened
second
twice.
time.
This happened to us on Bubba's show.
Same result.
Yeah, and I'm like,
That's so fucking funny to me.
but that's the 4 agreements. I said I would do it.
Yeah.
I'm a man of my word.
And he didn't take it personally. That's for sure.
Yeah. No, I didn't. But I mean, I was just like, oh, what? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of a relief because I don't know, going on dates is a big to do sometimes.
You gotta do all the stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad for guys.
Well, if you're not really into it, if you're going into it kind of like
Get railroaded by people.
But I mean, if you're halfway I don't know about it, it's definitely obligation
Sure.
after a while. Yeah, yeah. But or you can tell us about your dating life, which you never
That is off
explain
the
on
record.
your
Yeah, that is off the record. That's so funny.
We'll do that
You say
podcast.
Yeah, that's
Off the
off the
record.
record. But so with my on the record, I love talking about all sorts of topics. But again, yes, my favorite is love in America. But to answer your question, which I thank you for asking, I would love to grow my podcast. I know I use the word love a lot, but because it is my
It's on
biggest
brand.
passion. Yes, it's my biggest passion. I would like to grow it. In fact, there was a press release written for my 50th podcast where I shared my story. I really didn't want to share my story, but I did it. I'm so flattered and humbled by this. So friends in the newsroom sent me some screenshots, because there was a press release written about it, and it was the #1 story
Yeah.
on the Florida Wires.
awesome.
I was so moved and touched by it.
That's good.
I
Well, I
was
mean,
like,
that's
oh,
you've done so much work already. It's good that you're getting some of the, like, before even the podcast. You've been a 4-time Emmy winning. Yeah, you won't brag about it, so I will. I'll do it for you. I'll be your what's the guy?
Right, man.
Yeah. I'll walk around.
My wingman.
Yeah. I'll be like, got 4 Emmys.
Yeah.
Well, this has been really such an interesting year because I got my first national producing credit as well for the Joe Exotic Tigers, Lies, and Cover Up.
So how was that? You
Yeah, let's hear about
It
that.
was, guys, it was so
Tiger
cool.
King. I didn't watch the.
So-
Really?
Yeah. By the time I was about to, everybody had talked about it, and I was like, I don't know. I just got lazy about it.
Well,
I can treat shows like homework after a while, and I'll
Right.
be like,
I don't want to.
Game of Thrones. It's like, I don't know, man. That's gonna be like 80 hours of my life. But anyway,
I know that is a show that I need to watch. I have not watched that.
I mean, it's a great show.
I know,
For
I've
90%
heard.
of it.
I just need to get through the first few episodes, I think people have said. Well, with
Stay on my team.
with Tiger King, what was so I worked for Investigation Discovery. So Tiger King was on Netflix. But the crew at Investigation Discovery contacted me and asked if I would weigh in on the case. So because of my background.
what's
Well,
the
you
case?
you have a
The
relationship.
Don Lewis case. Actually, the Don Lewis case, Don Lewis was the ex-husband of Carol Baskin, who owns the Big Cat Rescue, and he vanished 23 years ago.
Right.
And it's been a cold case. So I said to the producers, I have not, I was not living here at the time, but I was Carol Baskin's MC for her big fur ball event.
Yeah.
And plus, the stories I've
You were
done
in
in my
Tiger
career.
King.
Yes, I know. I
you
heard.
really?
Yeah, she's in it.
Oh, now I'm watching it. for
Oh
sure.
my gosh! Seriously, I was not in it for 3 seconds.
Whatever.
But it's so funny, like all the.
I didn't know it
screenshots
had
I got
anything to
of
do
it,
with
too.
our backyard until recently. Like I didn't.
Oh,
know.
really?
Yeah,
Dude, there's billboards about they brought it back
Tom
where
Lewis.
to find the real killer or get evidence on Cheryl Baskin's.
I think this is all chicks just being so in love with serial killer stuff and
Well, yeah,
murder
maybe.
podcasts. And
People do get obsessed with that.
Yeah.
Well, so I weighed in on the case. They have a producer in from LA interviewing me. And the producer, who was great, his name is Joel Nassam, said, so is there anything you want to add? And so, I said, you may want to ask this. Let's talk about this. So executive producers in LA saw it. And with COVID, it's hard for anybody to travel.
Right.
So they asked me, would you be willing to take on a larger role in the show? And I said, sure. So I ended up producing the part, a lot of it in Tampa. And Jim Rathman, who I really think you guys should interview on your show because he's such a cool dude, and you guys are cool dudes. He was.
Thank you.
No, seriously, the guy is so cool, right? He was.
Some people call me cool, Eric.
The military. So thank you, anybody, for their service. So Barack Obama's Secret Service detail. He was in the FBI. So he had the #1 podcast in the world at one point.
Really?
It was True Life, True Crime. He solved a cold case on air. So he was weighing in on the show.
Wow.
And so I did all the interviews with him in Orlando and Tampa. And he really is the star of the show. But that's how that came to fruition. And so now I have a producer credit. It's really cool. I have to say, it was one of those moments for me that was really awesome. And Eric, I've got to thank you for this because remember when I was so super stressed out about shooting my own video and I'd be like, Eric, what do I do? What do I do? I was nominated for an Emmy this year. I didn't win, but for the One Blood stuff.
That's great.
The One Blood stories.
Congratulations.
So thank you. So for
You
me,
were busting your
professionally,
ass.
it was,
Yeah, with everything bad, there's a good. You may it's in a weird way. You got the opportunity because of this weird year.
crazy year. Yes.
It's strange that sometimes those kind of things indirectly kind of trickle down like that.
It's true. I would have never got an opportunity to produce a national show if it wasn't for this.
So we could look back in 2020. It might have been the best year ever. Might.
Right.
Best summer ever, dude.
Yeah.
That's what I wrote in your yearbook.
Yeah.
But what of those things were? Wait, what happened with all the? Is the case still going? I don't even know.
Yeah. So we might be due.
I feel like my dad. I'm telling my dad about a show. I'm acting like my dad. Like, what is this? Netflix? Yeah, I don't know what that is. What is this show? Like,
This show that we did is on Investigation Discovery. So
where can people grab?
It's everywhere, like on cable. I mean, it's an independent channel, and I'm horrible because I don't have traditional TV anymore. So either I'm getting on Amazon Prime or Netflix. But Investigation Discovery is its own show that you can download, and it's on every cable network. There could be a part 2, but honestly, I really feel my heart aches for Don Lewis's family because he has 3 daughters, an ex-wife, not Carol Baskin, his first wife. That the family wants closure. What happened to him? Where is he? It's still a missing persons case. The sheriff has gone on the record, Sheriff Chet Chronister, and has said that he thinks something horrible happened to him. So I think most people think that he was met with foul play.
Well, I mean, the setup is there to destroy any evidence, of a body.
Because
Feed him to the tigers. If you're not understanding what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, you looked at me.
The pigs. Is it like Snatch? You feed them to pigs.
Right. Well, that's a great impression.
That he was tigers. And what was crazy about Netflix? So Netflix and Tiger King, right?
Yeah.
That show. Here it was, a docuseries on Netflix, but it was in the midst of the coronavirus. So many people were staying home. And it was episode 3. They never thought the storyline about Don Lewis would become the show.
Right.
And then everybody started talking about Don Lewis and Carol Baskin, and that became...
Yeah.
The whole thing has all these different little tributaries. There's another guy who's in Tiger King that has tigers and stuff that just got arrested for illegally owning animal, whatever. But like anybody in that business is a little off. It's like just zero in on one of them. Oh, you're a murder suspect. What about this guy? Yeah, he's legal animal tracker.
Look, horse people that are really into horses weird me out.
Yeah.
Like, I wrote a bit yesterday. I just wrote a premise. I remember growing up and having to go to your friend's house or the friend that you didn't know owned a bird in the house. And you're like, oh, shit, there's a bird in there. Fucking gross. Why do you own a bird? Yeah. They're so terrible.
Cool, they talk.
You would love a parrot.
Fine. No. What are you, a pirate? Like, what do you need? What? A bird just all dander and shit everywhere.
I'm buying you a bird.
It always corresponded with that bad station wagon with the seats that face backwards outside.
Love that.
We're all like, oh, this is probably not good for kids to sit.
Oh, no. It's horrible idea. But you sitting back is awesome.
Yeah. Those two things went together real well. Well, how about this? Because I got a heart out in a second. I don't know if we've asked you this. We try to ask all our guests the first time they're on, but I think we started doing this question after you've been on a few times. But what advice would you give your 13-year-old self?
What advice? To love yourself. And again, using the word like be yourself. Be confident. Even if you don't feel like you're confident, be confident. It's perception. Everything is perception. So don't, and I'm guilty of it too, right? I've been so guilty of it. Don't be insecure. Like, be confident about yourself and love yourself and accept yourself for who you are. Because if you do that, then you set your standard, right? And you're not going to let someone treat you poorly. And that is the best hope. And my daughter happens to be 13 years old.
Oh, yeah.
So I tell her that all the time.
Chop
love
this up,
yourself
send it to
and
her.
be confident.
Well, yeah, I have a lot of follow-up questions from your advice to yourself, but I'm going to listen to your 50th podcast, and I'm going to guess there's something in that through line, that timeline will tell us some of those follow-up questions I might have. You got anything?
No, that's it.
Anything to promote?
I can't believe
thank
it's
you
over.
so much for having
It's
me
over
on.
so
I really
fast.
appreciate
On
it,
the
guys.
record, on
I would love, on the record with Sarina Fazan, or, I'm trying to build up my social media again, like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, because starting from scratch.
keep blogging too, girl.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
That helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate it,
I think
guys.
one helps the other.
Sarina Fazan News on most social
Yep.
media.
Yep.
Well, thanks for coming back.
No, thanks for having me. Anytime.
Yeah, all right.
What about my sweat equity? Sweat equity. Sweat equity. My sweat equity. My sweat equity.
Sweat equity.
What about my sweat equity?